Hello, everybody. Hello. Just kind of waiting to see how things are going, and then I'll catch us all up. But I'll say hi in the meantime. See my shirt? I asked my husband to do a rendition of Foodie Beauty's shirt, and this is what I got. This is what I got. So in the meantime, let's see who's here. Hey Deb, great to see you. Texas One, it's lovely to see you again. Chad, great to see you as usual. Kristen, hey lovely, it's great to see you. Catherine, oh my gosh, thank you for joining. um, yeah, Texas. Before I even go live, I always get like a few, and I'm like, I don't know what I did, but it's cool. Never mind. Hey Sophia, bonjour, coucou, ça va? Um, or shall I say like, um, never mind. Uh, Hey Bondenizer and everyone else that I'm missing. Oui, ça va bien, merci. Toi, ça va bien? Um, Hi Tina. Good to see you. Bettina, great to see you as well. I can't believe I said to my husband, I said, could you please take one of our like boring shirts and draw this like eyelash thing on it? And this is literally what I got. Hey Gems, good to see you. Good to see you. Hey D, great to see you as well. Lovely. Hey Sing, good to see you. Um, so there's a lot I think that we could talk about this evening, but I'm just so thankful that you're joining me. Because as usual, these things are not always my gig, but I just want to spend time with you guys. So I hope that everything's all right. Hey MJK23, good to see you. Patricia, hey, good to see you. Chris, great to see you as well. Oh, Joanne Wheeler's here. I love Joanne. Oh, ni hao, ni hao. Um, right. So, um, so I think we have a lot to talk about this evening, but I want to give everybody a couple more minutes. So before I do that, can I just check in and make sure that you guys are doing all right? MJK. No, I literally asked my husband. I was like, so because I'm the least artistic person you'll ever meet in your life. So I was like, can you please just draw what you see on like this shirt and this? I got like the dollar store version. Oh, hey, Robin. I would love it if you joined me in a few minutes. I have a lot of questions to ask that I would love your opinion on. Sig, I am on UK time. Um, yeah. Beezus. Hey, Kiva, good to see you. Hey, Purple Sneakers. Oh, your comments are always the best, by the way. Hey, Elaine, good to see you. All right. So as we all know, there's been a lot going on here lately. And I feel like Robin, again, my invite is there. If you want to join, I would love because I consider you like fantastically like aware of what's going on here. So I would love to hear what you think about it. So if you want to join, all you have to do is say so. Um, S I don't know how to say that. I don't want to get it wrong. Is it S Mel? S Meli? I'm not sure. But good to see you. Hey sister. Or brother, or I'm not sure. I can't tell from the picture. Oh, okay. So I wanted to talk. Hey Sean, good to see you. Hey brother. One thing I wanted to talk about was what we're seeing lately with Chantal and I almost did like I don't know if you guys saw like the first video that I did where we were talking about Chantal and I talked about her live stream and blah blah. And I almost did a second one. My problem though was that I felt like I started to do it and I was like I'm saying the same things over and over again. Am I wrong? Like it was just it's madness. It's absolute madness. Hey Lynn, hey Tina. I have an awful work shift behind me as oh can I'll share with you guys. You're here, and so I'll just tell you. If you go back a couple of videos, I'm wearing like a green Lacoste like sweatshirt. Um, I had the COVID, but I don't want any sympathy, and please ignore me because mine was so like simple, it felt like a cold. And there are people that have it a lot worse than me, so I never addressed it in my videos, and I'm not going to. But I just wanted to let you know, for those of you who have it or have dealt with it, my thoughts are with you. They really, really are. In the meantime, yes, Cindy's, I do, but they don't seem to be here, and that's okay. At the end of the day, I don't want to take the same route as I don't know, our madam, and block everything and anything that happens that I don't agree with. So I don't want to do that. Um, oh wait. LJ, you are my hero. You have saved me twice on things because if I'm not mistaken, you are a nutritionist. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you have like some insight on how all of this works, and you have the skills to back it up. So I'm so thankful for you dropping those comments. Thank you for wishing me well. Again, I just had what felt like a cold, and I'm so thankful that that's all that it was. So for those that have had it worse, my thoughts are with you. Again, I know that I didn't want to address it because I don't want people to feel like I want sympathy. That's not. I don't want that at all. In fact, that's the opposite. I was very lucky that that's all I had. I'm so sorry to hear that, Debbie. I'm really like sorry to hear that. Um, so in the meantime, so I want to hear from you guys and not from me. And I think, please, Robin, join me in a few minutes. But in the meantime, I want to hear your guys' thoughts because we know that Chantal was supposed to come out with a video today, and I was hey Jesse, I was so ready to do that video. However, like I couldn't because we got a video earlier this morning, or like bright and early UK time, that essentially was suggesting that we weren't going to get that video. What did you guys think of that? I'm really sorry to hear that, Debbie. Again, I'm sorry if I brought that up and that was contentious. I know there were people that were asking, and I was just very thankful that I had it like very simply. Literally, I had it like it felt like a cold. So we think she's deflecting. Okay, that's interesting. I wish her Graham the best, but I don't feel bad for Foodie Beauty. Okay. Probably made a great point. That should have been a community post update, not a video. No, that's good. Okay. So I want to say this in a place that's like respectful and that people are not. I felt like actually she does a lot of things that are none of our business, right? And that was something that was none of our business. If her Nan is not feeling well, she didn't owe us an explanation for that. But to go on and do a video on the day that you knew that you owed your community a video was the wrong thing to do. I thought that was quite tasteless. But I might be wrong. I don't know. I'm a teacher on a gap year, and I'm so excited to take the new path. Oh, that's cool. Her grandmother is now under palliative care. End of life is always sad. It doesn't excuse her behavior. But there are some people that are speculating, and tell me I'm not making any judgments. I don't know. But I'm sitting here like, okay, there are a lot of people that are like, she's using this to take away like a lot of the drama that she has had to deal with because of her like nasty and weird live streams lately. Like, what do you guys think of that? Am I wrong? Yeah, I will do. Robin. Robin, if you message me on Twitter, I will send you the link. I would love to see you and have your ideas of what's going on here, because I have no idea. I have no idea what to actually think, and I think that actually I've been quite like fair with a lot of the things that I've said lately. But this, I don't. Things people deal with things that are different, right? And I don't feel like this is the right thing for me to like say without like a consensus or like people to think about it. But give me just 1 second. I see you, Robin. Give me 10 seconds. I'll send it to you. Oh, I can't wait to go live with Robin. I haven't wanted to go live with that guy since I like Oh God. Okay. So 1 second, guys. I'm so sorry. Hang tight. 1 second. Sorry about that. So in the meantime, so I just feel like it's one of those things where, like, honestly, if she's got a lot going on, then Pulpy was kind of right with that. He could have just said, "Tell us we need more time," but to make a video, I think was part of the deflection. Oh, here's my boy. 1 second.
Hello.
Hey, hey.
Hi there. I am just altering my camera a bit, but there we go.
How
we go.
You are in the meantime. Are you doing all right?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Things are all right. I'm sorry to hear that you picked up COVID, although I'm not entirely surprised because in the past couple of videos you did look a bit tired. I think is the word that I would is a polite word I think I would use. As like, oh, he's picked up something.
No, it's true though. And the weird thing though is that just for a little bit of awareness is that we had no idea except for the fact that like we were tired and my husband had a fever. That was it. We didn't have honestly, like I was sneezing. I'm like, but this is like a cold. Like it's not.
Yeah.
So never mind. But I'm glad that I'm much on the rise again. Everything is fine. But in the meantime, I heard that your part of the country is going through a lot of snow. Am I wrong?
No, you're quite right. We had about 2 inches, I think, something like that. There's still some snow outside now that I look, but yeah, it was kind of a winter wonderland a couple of days ago. We got a lot of snow. Yeah, I mean, I think we probably get a bit more down than you get in Dorset anyway. I would guess, but yeah, we got quite a lot of it. So much so you couldn't drive in the center of the city if you wanted to. Pretty much, yeah. You'd have to walk. I mean, I do anyway, but I think it was only like buses were still going because they're like big enough to be able to go through the snow and the ice. But smaller cars were struggling. There was people getting stuck on like hills in the morning and stuff, which was funny. Just
we haven't had that here, very luckily, in like a couple of years. And actually, all we've had is like moderate weather, but then it's been like rainy, and not great. But in the meantime. So first of all, I would love to thank you for being here. I'm flattered.
It's no worries.
No, it is. It's like a big deal to me. But I also have a question though, because what did you make of Chantal's video that she needed more time? I would love to hear what you have to say.
I think that Chantal has no real ways to cope with stress whatsoever. Her only way to cope with it is binge eating. So the fact that when she made that video and when she kind of let it be known that her grandmother is really unwell, and I think she's died, unfortunately, from what people have said.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, either are massively wrong or basically people were saying that the actual grandmother, I believe, has actually died, which I'm sad to hear about. So. With that kind of in the background, some of like the most recent rambling kind of makes some degree of sense, in so much that I can kind of see where that level of pure emotion may have been coming from. In terms of Chantal doesn't have any real good ways to deal with many kind of difficult emotions, and I think that was probably her best way of dealing with it, just firing it out there into YouTube. Really, that's kind of my thoughts about it.
You know, and I think that my reservation of the whole thing is that people deal with things very differently, and I'm not going to pretend that I've never lost people in my life, and I just dealt with it very differently depending who that person was. So I don't want to do that. However, I think that just kind of knowing how Chantal is,
Hmm.
we know that she can manipulate situations to fit her narrative. She owed people a video today.
True.
I was waiting for that video, and there was nothing to react to. There was nothing to talk about on that particular notion, because she came up with something that was much more sensitive, and I didn't like that. I was like, so what's going on here then?
Hmm.
I don't know. I really don't know. I would just hope that if in fact things are not going her way,
Yeah.
that she, I don't know, is not using this as a way to, make people look away. I don't like that. I think, if she shared that with people that care, then all power to you. But if you shared that in a way to like manipulate your audience, I'm not happy with that. Just my thought.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. And when it comes to like a grandma, a couple people in the chat are asking about that. That is going from what people on Twitter are saying. I say it might not well be true, but that is from what people are saying on Twitter, that seems to be the case. She may not, you know what I mean? So I'm just going for what people on Twitter said. People on Twitter are saying that the grandma passed away.
No.
It may turn out she hasn't, but that's all I'm kind of going with that. But personally, I wouldn't take that out there into the universe. No,
I wouldn't either. Would you? Like, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't want to take in the fact that I had COVID and bring it out to everybody. So I would certainly not bring something that's that personal into YouTube. Like, I wouldn't. And the reason why I didn't want to do that was simply because I didn't want people to feel sympathy for me. Like, I was just like, leave it alone. There are much worse like scenarios than what I'm dealing with. Let alone, I mean, I don't know. I've got nothing. I just don't know what to think about it. And in a second, I would love to hear your opinions about ALR's Patreon and all of that. I would love.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I'll talk about Amber's thing in a moment. Then I'll just finish off the thing about Chantal. I mean, if it happened to me, the extent of it might be I might like post something saying I might be gone for a few days because of X, Y, and Z. But that would be it. I wouldn't like make it wasn't that long a video, but I wouldn't make like a lengthy video about it personally, because it's just a bit too much, you know. But when it comes to Amber's thing, that made me laugh so much. It's like, yeah, because when she made that new video, I was like, this is kind of boring. What's she gonna do to try and because she's been out of the controversy game for a month or two, so nothing's been going on that much apart from her engagement, which wasn't much of a surprise to anyone really. They're like, what kind of new controversy is she going to try and pull out of the bag? I was like, oh, here we go. She found something.
You were spot on. You were spot on.
Yeah.
I think it was really interesting though, because I felt like when she was like giving Chantal these like, super chats, whatever, I was like, wait a minute, Amber Lynn, are you serious? Like, you're not engaging with this. But somehow people are talking about her again, and she's happy with that. And so,
Well, she saw drama and she thought, how can I insert myself into this? With Chantal, because it's like the whole thing with Chantal and Chantal losing her mind on live streams, and with the whole Jen thing as well. That was like Amber had nothing to do with it, but by giving her money, she kind of injected herself into it a little bit. Yeah. And then the thing with Patreon though is you can request refunds. You can do, because a few of the people that I'm subscribed to a few of the people on YouTube that do kind of like reviews of stuff and that kind of things, like film reviews and what have you. And they often have Patreon accounts. Not that I actually give them anything, but even so, I'm just throwing that out there.
No. Oh, God. Okay, I'm gonna wake up my neighbor. But keep going.
But I understand you can get refunds from Patreon. If Patreon can't recover that from the person that made the account in the first place, then they will probably just pay up themselves because it's not a huge amount. But if people do that, because I think was it Zachary Michael was saying that he's doing that because he bit the bullet and decided that he would become one of her patrons, and then she withdrew it in pretty much instantly, and he's down like 20 quid. So he's basically doing a refund from what he said on Twitter anyway. So,
okay, but I have a question though. With ALR, depending on what the platform she's on. So let's say it's OF, or it is, you know, whatever.
He's taking that down as well.
Yeah. Would you actually pay to see any of that?
Oh, good Lord, no. I mean, there's no point because there's
no, of course they wouldn't. Like, who would? Who would? Oh my god. You're cracking me up on it. Oh my god.
It's also kind of pointless because someone else will, whether it be a reaction channel or someone on Kiwi Farm, someone else will just do that anyway, and will almost certainly leak that information. So if you want to gain access to it to see what's going on, you don't even need to do that really. You can just wait for someone else just to put it out there, and then you can, you know, do what it is you want to do with it.
Don't invite people to do that because, Robin, with all due respect, I've said this before in my lives and whatever. People keep sending me Nikoccados, and I never want to see that again, ever. So please, people, don't get the idea that Robin or I want like the leaked views of Amber Lynn's OnlyFans.
Oh no,
we don't want to see Chantal. We're not interested. Okay?
Neither am I. Neither am I. We'll put out this disclaimer for everyone to know. Me and Mike, we do not want these people's news or anything.
We will not react on your behalf. If you want to see them, you can go see them.
Yeah. You know, that kind of sexual content is like a line I am not going to cross. It's too much.
Well, I'm especially not going to cross that line. Trust me. Like, I'm not. No. Look at Blondie B said, no! It's Mia time. Oh my god! Okay, so what about like the Patreon thing? Because people had paid for that and now have to like allegedly get a refund. And people were saying that they were unsure of what she would do on Patreon because she can't even hold like tight to a YouTube schedule.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that? I mean,
it was a shakedown. Basically, she did it. Amber, I'm almost certain, had absolutely no intention of committing to anything. She knew some people would sign up to it out of curiosity to see what she'd do. And so she got the money and then she ran with it. That's what I think she probably did.
That's so interesting. But my question though is that why do you think that she and Foodie Beauty are running to these other platforms then? Why is that happening?
Because speaking from my own experience, we're all kind of on, you know, a very small tightrope, you know. But YouTube's terms of service are interesting, are enforced very weirdly. So in the same way that my channel got taken down very quickly and very easily, other channels are also very vulnerable to it. And I think that they are as aware of that as anyone else is. It just hasn't happened to them yet. So I think that's one of the reasons why they may be looking at these other channels that are maybe more safer for them, that don't have YouTube's terms of service kind of looking over them as much. The only problem is that Patreon's an interesting one for Amber to go to because Patreon has banned people from their platform several times. I believe it was some years ago now, but it was, I think, like far-right commentators that got banned from it. Which is not quite the same thing. But if Amber has to, I imagine, has to be careful because if the first time that she went on there, Patreon got a dozen complaints from people saying we want refunds, and Patreon has to pay out, and it pays out from their own pockets, they may not allow her back on. Potentially, there is that risk. So it's an interesting thing.
So, but this is the thing though. When it comes to like memberships and like subscribing to like. You know, I mean, YouTube subscriptions are free, right? But if I was going to ask people to, like, go on my Patreon, whatever, I would feel more obliged to, like, give them what they're paying for, right?
Yeah.
And I think that that would be prohibitive for Amber Lynn having, like, something, like, you know, that's worth having on Patreon because she can't keep to a schedule. Neither can Foodie Beauty.
Yeah.
They would sit there and say, give me $20 20 pounds a month, and we would sit there like, okay, here's your 20 pounds, and we get nothing for it. And I think that is the problem.
Well, exactly. And when you consider the kind of things you can get subscriptions for £20, I mean, what a Netflix subscription is, what, 7, 8, 9, something like that. They keep changing their prices.
Yeah.
But it's around that. And when you compare the level of entertainment from Netflix to Amber, it's just like there's no competition here.
Trust me, I'd much rather pay for Netflix or the free like Channel 4 subscription than I would.
Oh yeah, more for. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I'm with you on that. I mean, I do have Netflix myself, but I'm not canceling that and then going over to Amber's thing. You know, if you're going to charge that for a Patreon, you need something there that's really substantial that people want to pay for. And it's like, she's not going to provide it. There's no way in hell.
well, there was that picture that came out, and somebody pointed out, they were like, she's not verified. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it's her. Do you think that it's really her? For Amberlynn on OnlyFans. They were like, because apparently, like, you have to prove that it's you, and you get a check mark.
Yeah.
And without that check mark, there's no proof that that's the actual person.
OnlyFans could be a troll for sure. Who knows? It depends whether she would. And the thing with Amber is when she addresses things, that never clears them up anyway. Because she's very confusing and lies a lot. So even when she does address things, you're never really sure that she's actually really telling you the truth. So I guess it's possible that the OnlyFans could have been someone just trolling her. That has happened before. Someone sent, this is some time ago, but someone sent me a review of a cheesecake factory in Kentucky, and someone said, "Oh, look at this. This is Amber," and the review was so great. Moved 100 miles to be next to Cheesecake Factory. And I was like, no, this is clearly a troll. This is not real. It's good trolling, to be fair.
No, but the thing though is that with that, as Kristen just told us, that Dana said, somebody posted her a question, and I can't remember what platform it was on. Yeah. They said, "Is Amber copying you for having an OnlyFans?" And Dana responded, she had one first, so I guess I'm copying her. So it's it was like a weird, you know, she's not verified, but we're still sitting here like, is that her? Because I'm not paying for that. Sorry, guys, I love you to death. And sorry to the person that keeps sending me that OnlyFans from Nikocado. I am not reporting on that. Like, I am not. I'm sorry. I don't know. Robin, you would be surprised. The screenshots and videos people send me on Twitter because they think I want to see it. And I'm going to talk about it. I'm talking about it now, but I'm not describing to you what I've seen. It's not going to happen. I
have heard rumors of Nicado's OnlyFans stuff. I've heard rumors about it, and it is really quite gross from what people have said. I've not checked it out myself. I'm like, no.
Robin, with all due respect, don't do it.
That's.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm not planning to. That's like telling someone that wasn't going to jump off a bridge, don't jump off that bridge. You know, I was never going to jump off that bridge into the sea of Nicado's OnlyFans content. That murky sea.
So, the Patreon, which was supposed to be like, you know, a few dollars a month, and the second tier was $77 a month. And I was like, who is paying $77 a month for, like, a relationship with Amberlynn? Are you serious? $77? Robin, for us, it's like 50 quid. Would you pay 50 quid to, like, have, like, direct access to Amberlynn Reid? You gotta be joking. No. Come on.
No, and not in the... And also, she's arguably one of the worst people you could have access to, because even if you were to talk to her, she wouldn't give you an honest answer anyway. So basically, you're being paid for the privilege of you're paying her for the privilege of being lied to, essentially. That's all that's going on.
Brother, it would be like paying her 50 quid to look at like a pair of her like thongs that she just recently bought. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen. No way. Yes, Kiva. She wanted $77 for the second tier.
She did. That is crazy.
That's my grocery bill for like a week and a half. No way. Not
Oh
fair.
yeah.
So in the meantime, so where do you think Foodie's going next then? What do you think?
Oh, well, she'll come back. She always does. Anytime that it's not just them, but anytime any kind of YouTuber kind of says, "Oh, I'm going to be gone from this platform," they just come back. In general, you tend to find, but she'll take some time, but she'll be back. I don't know what, because I think this.
Go on, sorry.
Sorry, I think Jen trolling her, I think really affected her. I think it really got to her more than just the typical channels that poke fun at her. I think basically Jen poking fun at her and Gene really got to her quite a lot, because she's. I have a sneaking suspicion.
But I think that music video that Gene did was, I was like, are you serious? But even better than that was That's Lindsay with an A's.
Yes.
Video, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, it was great.
It inspired me to like want to do one of those videos, and I didn't because I was like, I'm just too busy right now. But her video was spot on. It was so good. Like it was like a dance off or something. It was so good.
They were very good, and it's almost kind of gotten to the point where it's like the next time she goes in like a rage, I won't react to it. I'll just do like some kind of parody to it. That's kind of where my mind is going now with it. Like I can set something up. Like basically, she's shoved a camera in front of her lying on a bed. I can do that as well. You know, and maybe script something out or something. I don't know.
We were laying there with like our pillow. And our cats were walking all around, and we were like, "Hey guys, I'm just so pissed." Robin said that I have short hair, so I'm like really pissed off about this. Like, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah. It's all so stupid at the end of the day, but it's humorous, and that's kind of the reason why. Oh boy.
You know, I don't know. I just, we're sitting here and we're having a laugh about it, which is how I think it's supposed to be intended. However, Chantal was really pissed. Chantal was really pissed. And so there were times where like I was literally like editing things down. I was like, no, cut that out. I'm not going to address that. Cut that out. I'm not going to address that either. Like I don't know.
Yeah. Well, there's also so much of it as well that one of the reasons why I did do a react to a live stream, but then I realized that I'd put my microphone in the wrong plug, so I didn't record the sound. And I thought, shall we do this again? I thought, no, I can't. I just can't. I only got through 40 minutes of it. I'm like, I can't do another 40 minutes of watching this woman before I will snap. You know, how people can go through those long 3 hours. I just can't. I physically can't do it. After a while, I just either want to cry because the level of just misery about it is just depressing, or I want to like smash a glass against the wall or something. Either way, it just brings out such difficult emotions. So it's like, oh no, I'm out.
No, you were so good because you were like, I was starting to watch this video and I was like, I tapped out and I was like, well, I'm off today, so. Oh my God. Hey, David, Shane, how are you? Thank you for joining. And so in the meantime, though, no, Robin, it's like one of those things where like literally, I guess we're expecting her to take a few more days off, but I have a question though, and I mean,
sure,
because she said February 3rd was like the day. What was supposed to happen today that didn't? Was it just the release of a new video? And let's please, with all due respect, let's not talk about other creators. I don't want to do that. But what is it that made today like the special day?
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm as much in the dark as you are about that. I think there might be more experienced Chantologists that are out there that may have that may have more kinds of insight into that.
No, because like honestly, like we were waiting because she kept saying February 3rd, so we were waiting for like the hat to drop. There were a few other channels which I'm not going to discuss. I'm not going to name them, so please don't ask. That they were like, well, you know, this is going to happen then and when and blah blah. And I'm like, okay. So I was working all day today, and I was like, okay, well, when I get home, something else will happen. Okay, nothing happened. And we're all sitting here like, what was the magic number of February 3rd? Like, we don't know.
Well, I guess that they are what 5 or 6 hours behind us, so in theory, something could still pop up.
Well, but so with her, I need more time video. I'm not sure. Sure. I you know, at the end of the day, like, look, she does. You do you. She'll do her. We'll all do each other, right? But at the end of the day, that didn't sound right.
That sounds that sounds like something else.
But what I'm trying to say though is that at the end of the day, we thought something was supposed to happen, and we've all been sitting here like waiting and typing away, like refreshing, and like, okay, so what is happening? And nothing. So
yeah.
Oh, it's Tiffany. Tiffany has a great channel, by the way.
Yes, she does.
Said that the majority voted for a time warp. Okay, so where is the time warp? Where is it? We've all been waiting for a time warp. Robin, I've said this for a long time. Out of all the things she does, there's a lot of creative license in what she does in these time warps. But if she's not going to do them, then we're stuck here like, oh great, you know. I mean, I don't even know. Oh my God, Lindsay Carroll.
Yeah, when she was doing the time warp videos, I felt for her content that was a better kind of era of her content, because at least there was stuff in there that I kind of liked. There was some decent ideas in there. I mean, Chantal is still kind of Chantal, so you're always going to have that slight problem. But even so, it was better. But I just don't know. I think she's kind of out of ideas, or maybe her audience isn't as supportive of it as she's letting on. Perhaps I don't know.
Well,
really,
what I think about these time warps is that at the end of the day, she doesn't do a lot of research on them, and so she leaves herself open to even more criticism. So, for example, when she did the 80s one, DC tore her apart. When she did the 20s one, people tore her apart. So it's like she like halfway does it, right? Like she has an idea, and that's more creative than I will ever be. However, she doesn't do the I don't know, she doesn't do the research into what she's doing, and she doesn't use the due caution of creating a video on that without people knowing more than her. And literally, to know more than her about that subject, it takes like a 3-second read on Wikipedia. Like you can, you know, you understand more about the time than she does because of that. But
yeah, it is. Like, it's like she's never heard of Google. Like, even if it's just basic stuff, like if it was me doing that, I would like note stuff down. And you know, if you have to look up and read something, you can always just turn the camera off. It's called editing. You can get around those issues.
But you know what, though? You're right. Editing would do Chantal so many favors. The problem, though, is...
Oh, God, yeah.
And tell me in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, do you agree that her impulsivity does her 0 favors? She goes on and immediately she's impulsive, she reacts, and she doesn't... You can't... Once you're live, like we're here, we're having a laugh, right? Like I'm drinking my coffee, we're just chilling, right? But at the end of the day, her lives, you can't take that back. It's done, right?
Yeah.
So... I wish she would, if she wanted to like do herself a favor, she would stop doing these like lives. Because they do her no favors. They don't do Pete's any favors. Like they don't.
They sure don't, no. And you know, for people that want to like mine her content, they are a gold mine. You know, because she always will say something that's regrettable. Just to put it gently, you know, whether it's saying stuff about other creators or whatever it is, she'll always say something. And you've already got people that are kind of looking at her content a lot anyway, so people will pick up on it. Like as soon as she says, you know, that so and so's a bitch, or so and so's fat, or so and so's this, it'll just get out there instantly. And
Well,
so,
that's the thing. My last video I did, it was like a reaction to her lives where I like copied
yeah.
out the things that I needed to address, and
Hmm.
everything she said was like, I don't know if you've read 1984, but it was like double speak, right? Like we're sitting here and I'm like,
Yeah.
everything that you're saying
Hmm.
is the opposite. Like, what are you talking about? And I didn't like that about her at all in that segment. I was just like, what? How do we
Yeah.
end up here?
Oh, I'm with you there. It is double speak is a good word for it. And it's funny because I have called her Big Brother on quite a few occasions because she has made reference to the fact that her fans basically send her everyone else's stuff. People that make videos about her, she herself has said, her fans just send her it. And so she's constantly kind of getting all this stuff. And it doesn't take a genius to work out that she's probably going to see it and then flip her lid about it. So her own kind of audience are actively enraging her, which just feeds into the problem in of itself.
But that I think that's the problem is that those people that she thinks are supporters, and I said this in my video, they're not supporters. They're doing one of two things. One, they're like getting her to like buy into their, I don't know, their warped reality, or they're trying to wind her up. It's one of the two. There's no, like, honestly, I said this before. I said, I went into her video a long time ago before I even made videos, and I said, you know what? I think keto would do you well. But not like Life by Jen keto. Not like, oh, let's just eat fat bombs all day. Let's eat olives all day. I never said that, and I don't do that. And I've lost a lot of weight, 70 pounds. But,
well done.
Thank you. But I think that at the same time, though, those people that are in her chats that she thinks love her are causing her to do worse. Because they're like, are you hungry? Of course she's not hungry. Come on, she just ate like 10 minutes ago. She's not hungry.
It is the thing about enablers, though, in addiction in general. Enablers are often just as bad, or to some degree, sometimes worse than the people they are enabling, really. Because she only has one way of dealing with stress in her life, and that's to binge eat, and that's by her own admission, pretty much. And so, how is sending her clips that will stress her out, by her own admission, how is that going to help? And then you're quite right. There's the other people that are trolls that know, oh, I send her this, she'll watch it, and then she'll flip her lid, and I can watch it for a few hours and laugh at her. And there is also, so she's got two aspects of her audience that are very destructive. One that don't care, and one that think they do, but they don't really.
Yeah. Oh Lord, can I put you on hold for just a second? I'm gonna put on
sure.
Right. 1 second. Thank you.
No worries. Oh. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh, whilst I'm here. Oh, by the way, people are saying in the chat, Mike, to turn up your volume. I don't know if you can still hear me. So, how are you guys doing in the chat? You guys okay? Oh, a big shout out to my girlfriend Violet. She's been really unwell. She is in the chat. Sorry, I'm just getting a bit of a reverb now. She's been unwell. She's not doing too great. So, if people could just tell her to be to say it'll be good and she'll get better and feel soon, that would be great. No, but well, if drugs will make you feel better, love, maybe this will. Who knows? But no. By the way, I'm doing a live. I mean, some of you guys catch my lives anyway, but I'm doing a live tomorrow just to kind of plug myself, shamelessly. But hi there, guys! It is great to see so many familiar faces after an eventful.
I would catch your lives, Robin.
Oh, you're here, Mike.
Yeah, I'm here, but I always catch your lives. I can't always stay for the whole thing, but I love your lives.
Oh, thank you.
You're the best. What are you talking about? Oh, so, So what else is going on then? I mean, we don't. There's just so much we don't know, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Whether Amber Lynn's like OnlyFans, all that stuff is real. Who the hell knows? Like,
It's difficult to know for certain, isn't it? Because you kind of want to be certain that it's true, but it's like I don't really know for certain though. So yeah, it's a weird world. Sometimes it sure is.
I'm sorry. I see that, like you said, there are people that are saying that they can't hear me. I'm not sure how to fix that.
I can hear you reasonably well, but I think it should be okay. But I don't know.
I'm so sorry, guys. But in the meantime, it looks like Violet is having. Is she doing all right?
Having a tough time of it. She caught the flu, and it knocked her out pretty bad. But she's still kind of having, I think, kind of winter flu in particular, can sometimes the effects of it sometimes linger on a bit afterwards.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's having she's having difficulty with that. Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that, Violet. Speedy recovery, please. If I know I'm not that close to you, but if you need anything, let me know. In the meantime, go on. Sorry.
It's particularly difficult because she has asthma, and so because of COVID restrictions, she really can't interact with people that much until she's had a vaccine jab at least. And so that isn't helping. And also we're not in the same place. Like, because I'm in Bradford, she's down in Surrey area. So until the COVID is over, we can't, physically get together and that kind of thing. So that is in of itself kind of causing a bit of a strain. But what can you do? Just have to kind of.
Well, that's the thing, though, is that. But that's the thing, though, that my husband is very asthmatic, and he's in NHS now, and so we both had it, so he's like next on the list to get the vaccine. Meanwhile, I'm like way down at the bottom of the list. Like, it's gonna take me ages.
Same here.
That, so. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe maybe half the year's gone, something like that. I'd imagine. So,
but the thing though is that, to be fair, that one of the things that makes me the most disappointed in the whole thing is that, my parents are getting older, and they're about an 11.5-hour flight away from me. So if something happened, I would be I would be disrupted by getting to them by the length of the flight. But now this.
Yeah.
So now I'm just like, oh great, it's not even like I can just walk up and pay like a huge fare to get there. Like it's outrageous. So never mind.
Oh, because they're in Florida, aren't they? I believe. Did you say
West U.S. by now? In the West Coast somewhere.
Oh, the West Coast somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere that's not terribly helpful, but thank you.
I'll say they're not in California, but not far from California.
Okay, right.
So far away.
I mean, that is kind of one of the things about the UK is we are so much cramped together. So, it doesn't take us that long to get anywhere realistically, not in comparison to US times.
That's
the thing.
Yeah. It's a big country, and I feel like there's a lot of British people that are like, I've been to Chicago, San Francisco, Seattle, Los Angeles, and that's more places than even I've been. Well, I've been all over the US, but not as a tourist. So, I went there for business or whatever. I never. So jealous of that. But never mind.
Yeah, I don't know. Is Chicago a jealous place to go? I don't know. I've heard many things about Chicago, not all of them complimentary, so I don't know.
Not my cup of tea, but that's okay. So never mind. Never mind. So in the meantime, the thing that is, Robin, is what I think we should do is when things get back to normal, you and I will do a London meet and greet. Although you're not near London, neither am I. But we
can get there.
We can get there, and I think that people should join and just be like, let's all have a lot of fun. Just have a good laugh. How does that sound?
That would be a great idea. Absolutely. Yeah, that sounds fun, I have to say. And I haven't been to London for quite a while, so it would be a fun way of kind of going back there. I need to go into. There's one place in London I particularly want to go in, which is the Blind Beggars Pub. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
No, I'm not.
Are you familiar with the Cray twins, the East End gangsters?
Yeah.
The Blind Beggar Pub is a notorious pub where I believe it was Ronnie Cray walked in with a gun, shot someone at the bar, walked out, and then everyone who was in the pub said they didn't see anything. 30 people said, I didn't see anything. So someone was shot. I didn't hear that. And it's notorious for that. And it's like a sort of a tourist spot. It's apparently, so that's kind of something I'd kind of like to at least have a pint in at some point. have a pint.
No, I think that's what we should do. We'll do like a London thing, or we can do, I don't know. Well, that's the problem with the UK though. So when I first moved to this country, I lived in Bristol.
Yeah.
And I love Bristol. There's a very special place in my heart for that place. However, it's not. There's not a lot to do, really. I mean, there are some things to do. Don't get me wrong, but you wouldn't fly from the US to go to Bristol, right? So I guess if we want to have people to the UK, we'd have to do London, or maybe like Liverpool. There's a lot in Liverpool, I think.
Either that or Manchester. Because there's a lot. I've been to Manchester a few times. Lots of things to do in Manchester, and I've been to Liverpool as well. There's stuff to do there. There was a pirate-themed bar there the last time I was there, which was fun. Everyone, all the waiters dressed as pirates, and a lot of the clientele as well. I don't know if it's still there.
No, when I first moved to this country, though, correct me if I'm wrong. When I moved here, one of my best friends on the planet, he is like this like macho guy, and I remember moving to this country, and I was like, "So, where's your accent from? Because you sound like a pirate." And he was like, "I am Bristolian as far as like I know," and it was like very like what Americans think of like Captain Hook sounding like. Like it was very very rough. But I loved it. never
West Country accent, yeah,
definitely.
Well, I think it was Blackbeard was actually from the West Country,
right.
So it like the West Country actually does have genuine piracy links because there was smuggling in that part of the world for a long time, and things like that. So yeah, that accent does sound. You do sound people from down there do sound like pirates. Yeah, sometimes.
It's fantastic though. Never mind. But anyway, so maybe we'll go ahead and wind this up. It's been an hour, but I want to thank you so much, Robin, for coming out.
No worries.
This was not planned. It was like a hey, come and say hello type situation type deal. But we're in for I think a lot that's coming up late, like in the next few videos, and who the hell knows what's actually happening. So I hope that perhaps it would be like really cool for us to like look at a video together and just kind of see, you know, because I think that we agree on a lot, but not always the same. So it would be pretty cool to do that as well. But I want to thank you personally, Robin. That really means a lot to me that you came. So
no worries.
That's cool as hell. Like I'm like starstruck again. Anyway, so in the meantime, chat, thank you for joining. And everyone else, I hope you're doing well. And if you need anything, let me know. And I hope that anyone that's going through what I previously dealt with, it goes a lot better than mine. In the meantime, thank you so much, everybody. I love you guys, and I'll speak to you soon. See you, Robin, and see you, chat. Love you.
Bye-bye, guys.